Welcome back to Reality versus Clickbait. So this series is basically about claims in newspapers, on X, Instagram, anywhere really. So what I do is I look for bold headlines, exclusives if you will, from really poor publications and set them straight basically. So this one's to do with the Mirror. So the Mirror's headline says, why Alexander Isak strike would not happen at Liverpool as Arne Slot takes Newcastle swipe. So there is two separate stories put into one. So this is my take on it. That headline suggests two things. That Alexander Isak might go on strike at Liverpool. They've got that because obviously of broken promises that apparently Newcastle and Eddie Howe gave Alexander Isak, saying he would get a new contract, pay rise and stuff like that. But let's continue and see what else it says. And then the second part is that Arne Slot has aimed a dig at Newcastle. He didn't at all. It's to do with his press conference for the Burnley game. Let's separate fact from fiction. So on Isak, there is no credible source anywhere suggesting he would strike at Liverpool. That's basically come from, like I've just said, because he was sent to train on his own. We believe that they had a family party and he was told to come after it had finished to train on his own. Things like that. It's bang out of order in my opinion, but I've discussed that in other videos. The only strike narrative comes from this summer at Newcastle. Isak was unsettled after what he described as broken promises, and Eddie Howe admitted the situation had become a lose-lose. During that period, Isak trained away from the main squad and missed matches. That created tension with the club and the fans. But since then, the move to Liverpool has been completed. He's not in dispute anymore. He's where he wants to be. There's no evidence, no reporting, and no suggestion he'd repeat that behaviour here. I don't believe he would. And now on to the Slot bit. Here's what he actually said. This is the model we use. We target a player and we want to have him. If the value is right for us, we act. We get that money from trading players. So obviously the sales of Diaz, Nunez, people like that, Quansah. We get that money from, and winning the league after not spending before. So obviously we know Liverpool haven't spent a great deal, have they? If you look at our net spend, it's not a great deal, even when Jurgen Klopp was there. And this summer, yeah, we've spent 135 million, which does sound a lot of money. But if you break it down into, say, the last two summers, it's not a great deal, is it? You're probably talking, what, 75 million per summer? That's nothing. Slot was simply outlining Liverpool's recruitment policy. Buy smart, sell well, and when the right player is available, act decisively. That's not a swipe at Newcastle. That's not aimed at Eddie Howe. It's a general statement about how Liverpool run their business. And that's what it come down to. I did this yesterday in a Kopites court video. It's just business. Don't take it personal, Newcastle fans. It's just business. The reality, Isak is not preparing to strike. Slot did not attack Newcastle. The Mirror headline deliberately blurred two separate issues into one dramatic story. So my verdict, this is pure clickbait. A summer saga with Newcastle and a routine comment from Arne Slot were stitched together to make conflict. where none exists, the fact, show the truth, the facts, show the truth, no strike, no swipe, just a clear case of sensationalism. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up really. I seen that and I thought, the Newcastle fans are already upset with Isak going and thinking that Liverpool basically deliberately unsettled him, which they didn't. All they said was that they think he's a good player. They made the bid, which was business. It wasn't a dig at Newcastle. It was just a pure business move. They knew Nunes was going. They knew Diaz was going. And they needed a striker. They couldn't expect Ekitike to do 4 cups on his own. If he gets injured, we've got nobody. We've only got Jadon Dans. Because remember, Diaz was already gone. Nunes was on the verge of going if he wasn't already gone. I can't remember, to be honest. So that left us 2 players short straight away. That left us with Salah, Gakpo, and Ekitike. Now, I know we've got Chiesa, but he's only just got fully fit, hasn't he? So we had to buy a striker, and that's who we wanted. So we put the £118 million bid in. Newcastle turned it down. That's fair play. That wasn't what they wanted. And then we came back with a second bid. I do believe that Isak went on strike to get the move. I do believe that. But I think that was to do with his contract promises. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for now. Take it easy.